What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Life After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 33, and this episode is titled Dirty Little Secrets, you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this episode review, shall we? Alright, you guys, let's start up with Andrea and Lamar. So, it's Andrea's birthday, and her bougie, judgmental friends from Utah are coming to Los Angeles to, celebrate with her. So we see her. So she went to pick her friends up from the airport, and then she took them to a donut shop. I was just like, of all places to go, you went to a donut shop? A donut shop? A donut shop. Okay. A donut shop. I'm just still stuck on the donut shop. Why would you go to a donut? Okay. Again, a donut shop. You can take them to a nice brunch. Maybe she don't have the coins. Let me stop counting this woman's money. Well, let me count this woman's, let me not count her coins. But it's just interesting that they went to a donut shop. It might be the nicest donut shop, but I mean, if I'm coming somewhere, I don't want you to take me somewhere that I could go back home. Like, take me somewhere that I have not, take me somewhere that we don't have back in Utah. I'm pretty sure they have donut shops in Utah. Now, Andrea, she doesn't want to take her friends to her house. Girl, I don't blame you. Looking at that house, I wouldn't want to take anybody there either. So I'm in agreement with you. Now, when they got back to the crib, they were like, "So are you gonna give us a tour?" She's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do that." And they were like, "Really?" You know what? And then listening to those two, Caucasian ladies talk. Yeah, I can see why Andrea didn't want to take them in, because they would definitely be judgmental, and they would definitely probably feel out of place. They would probably pull a slight Karen on you. So yeah, Andrea, I don't actually blame you for not giving them biddies, a tour of the crib. Can't say I do. Was that all that we had for Andrea and Lamar in this episode? Seriously? And then next week is the finale? All right, let's move on. I was going to say this dumb fool for last, but let's go ahead and talk about him since he's next on the list. Sean and Destiny. I mean, if stupid was a person, it would be Sean. I think Sean is on this side of me. That face just screams stupid. I don't get it. Like, what is it about Destiny? It ain't her looks. And I'm not saying she's ugly. It's just not her looks, because she's not, she's not drop dead gorgeous. I'm not saying she's ugly, but she's not drop dead gorgeous. I know the saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but when you got a drug-looking face, like a meth-out face like that, that's what I'm talking about. It's the meth face for me. It's the meth face. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm just saying you can clearly, it's the meth for me. It's the meth. That's all it is. So Destiny is on 2 feet at this point, because you guys remember Sean took the car from her. And she calls him to come meet her. I'm like, dude, if you actually go meet this woman, you're dumber than you look. And you look really dumb. God, the man is stupid. So he said he was on his, because she asked him where was he, said he's on his way to his, he was on his way to the airport. So she was like, she wanted to see him. I'm like, dude, no. She told you were a trick. Literally, to your face, she told you were a trick. Why would you want to meet with her? Make that make sense to me, because it doesn't, Sean. It's ridiculously stupid. Utterly stupid. So Sean ended up meeting with Destiny. I'm just like, this man, you could tell him the sky is falling, which it could literally be falling. He'd be like, I don't see the sky falling. Oh, it is falling. It just hit me in the face. I told you that, dumbass. Sean his elevator doesn't ding. Seriously. His elevator doesn't ding. So she asked him for some money. I'm like, wait a minute, some money? Well, he said, all I have is $40. And she got mad about the $40. I'm like, but you're still gonna take it, ain't you? And she took the $40. I'm like, exactly. Beggars can't be choosers. And she still wants to blame Sean for so much stuff. It's like, dude, because she's talking about the car, she's talking about money. I'm like, one, you didn't have a job. Number two, you just got out of prison, so I don't know how you were gonna get a car in your name unless you went into prison with A1 credit. Now, if you went into prison with A1 credit, then sure, they'll give it to you. But if you went into, I'm going to assume that you didn't have great credit when you went into prison, and I'm just going to assume that. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I mean, if the car was in his name, that means one of two things. Actually, that means two of two things, because we already know one of them she didn't do. She didn't have a job. The second one is the credit. So I don't feel bad for Destiny. I really don't. Destiny is a con artist. Now this next scene that I'm talking about, it upset me seeing this scene. So Sean went to Kelly's house. Kelly, you're better than me. Sean would not be welcome in my crib after the way he's treated you, he's disrespected you, and he's disrespected your kids, all for a woman that he did not know. Now, I know Kelly asked him, was he still on the hook for the money? I was confused about this scene when he said, so he's saying that he's not on the hook for the money anymore because they postponed the case? Is that what he's saying? Or is he saying he's still on the hook? I didn't understand that. Because, okay, I guess so. I guess he's not on the hook because she did actually show up to her court date, but they postponed it. So I don't know. If you guys know anything about that, please let me know in the comment section below. So then I guess it's his oldest daughter, Gracie. She comes in there and he's telling her, me and Destiny, we broke up. And I'm with Gracie, like, dude, you put that woman above me. If I would call you, she wouldn't answer the phone. I'm like, wait a minute, she didn't answer the phone. And then with the text messages, they were sent and read, but never responded to. Like, Sean, you never once went through your phone and saw that your child had called you or texted you and never responded to her. So you can't blame this you can't put this all on Destiny. That is on you. You are a terrible father. A terrible father. You neglected your kids for this woman. A woman that you didn't really know. Your kids are going to hate you. Like, seriously, your kids are going to hate you. I'm pretty sure they hated you during filming of this show, and I'm pretty sure watching it back, they hate you even more. You're despicable. You are a disgusting human being. Ugh. Let's move on. You might actually be worse than Michael. You actually might be. No, y'all about even. Y'all are even. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So let's talk about John and Christiana. Now, I'm really noticing in this episode, they gave us small scenes when it came to certain people. So I wonder what they're going to do for the finale. Because I guess in the finale, we'll get the conclusion of John and Christiana's storyline. And Sean and Destiny, their storyline is wrapped. I don't know why they gave us that Andrea scene. But let's talk about John and Christiana. So I don't know how in the hell Christiana is sleeping in that room with John with them damn Christmas lights. I mean, I know they're LED lights, but they just hanging around and they just blinking. I cannot sleep in a room that has lights on. It just would not be for me. Only thing I can deal with as far as a light is a TV. I can do with or without a TV being on. But some lights flickering in my face, absolutely not. And then the creaking of them floors. Oh God, those floors when they were creaking, I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm assuming that's an older house So it is what it is. So Christiana calls Tara up, and she tells Tara that she wants to meet up with her because you guys remember in the last episode her mother told her about not Christiana, but Tara and John's relationship. So she wants to meet her at the park, and Tara's like, is it okay that you meet me? Christiana, I don't know who, did you forget that you were filming a television show? Because she said, what will your probation officer say? She said her probation officer won't know. I'm like, how is that? When you got a whole ass camera crew following you around. So you're just gonna tell the camera crew not to show this on television, which, oops, too late, they've already showed it on television. But you know what, it depends on how long she was on probation for. Or parole, whichever one she's on. It depends on how long she's on papers. But I'm assuming she's gonna be on probation or parole for a while. Hope you don't go back to jail. Really hope you don't go back to jail. Let's move on. Chevelle and Quaylon. These two are a mess, but I love it, to say the least. So Chevelle, I don't know what you want from this man. Why would you want to marry a man that you said it's been 3 weeks since you guys got 2 or 3 weeks since you guys got engaged. He's not working. That was the biggest thing that she said to me that stuck out in my head. Then she said they're not having sex. I don't give a fuck about them not having sex. He's not working. That's an issue. That's an issue for me. Have you heard in the Bible where it says a man that don't work don't eat? So you are taking care of his man. Basically you're taking care of him. You look desperate and stupid. Then this dingbat goes and looks for a wedding dress. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are we wedding dress shopping? You just said it yourself. Your fiance doesn't have a job. Why are you wedding dress shopping? Make it make sense, Chevelle. And then to make something else make sense to me, what is up with your hair? Your hairline is so far back that part, like God, looks like you were trying to part the Red Sea. Ooh. So then her friend met up with her. I didn't get the friend's name. But she's telling her friend all about Quaylon, and how he's cheated on her. And then the friend was like, well, damn, girl, don't you think you're moving too fast? I'm like, exactly. But Chevelle wants, again, I think it's just basically pure desperation with Chevelle. Like, you can't tell me anything else, but it's just pure desperation. Because I just can't understand, I can't fathom why you would want to marry a man that's not working, that has no job. Yeah, I don't understand it. Don't understand it. Still drawing a blank on it. So that means you're going to pay for your dress, you're going to pay for the wedding, you're paying for your dress, the venue, the menu, the catering, the DJ, everything is going to be foot by you unless this show pays for it. But I don't know what their budget is. I mean, actually, we saw weddings on Life After Lockup. We saw 3 weddings on Life After Lockup. We saw Angela and Tony's wedding, which looked pretty bootleg. We saw Maurice and Jessica's wedding, which was small. When we saw 4. We saw Andrea and Lamar's wedding. And we saw, who else? Lacey and Shane's wedding, which was at a beach. So yeah, I hope you got low expectations, Chevelle. That's all I gotta say is I hope you got low expectations. I'm sorry, you guys, because I looked at my notes and I saw something that made me laugh. So Chevelle, oh God, first with Chevelle, we got the braids with the back, the far back edges and the red C part. Then we got her mama with that gold lipstick. I wish she would discontinue it. The eyeshadow that I don't know what color that was. Then these eyebrows. We just gonna move on. So Chevelle tells her mama that she went and tried on wedding dresses, and her mama said, "Did you take pictures?" She said, "Yes." First of all, those dresses, the only dress that she had on that was decently pretty was the one that was I guess it was the mermaid dress. But that other dress, I'm like, girl, you don't have the body for that dress, because you look boxy in it. No shade to it, but she looked boxy. So then, her and her mama go outside and have a conversation about this damn wedding. And while she's outside, Quaylon is inside, and the phone goes off, and it's a text message from Jay. They got into a whole argument with each other, but I'm like, Chevelle, you did that on purpose. You wanted Quaylon to find that information to hurt him. So in my notes, because I was looking at that outfit that she had on, I was like, girl, what do you have on? Then it hit me who she looks like. Well, no, not who she looks like, who she's built like. Chevelle is built like Gumby. Like literally and figuratively, she is built like Gumby. Because I was just looking at her, I'm like, ooh, you got a boxy shape. Like if you guys just picture Gumby, just don't think about his head, but think about Gumby's body. Think about his body. Think about Gumby's body and look at Chevelle. So do a side by side. You got Chevelle and you got Gumby. Do a side by side and tell me that she don't look like Gumby. All right, you guys, let's move on. All right, you guys, next up, let's discuss Brittany and Marcelino. WeTV, I think it's about time that we retire this couple. Because I don't even really know how to talk about this scene. It really wasn't. I mean, it was very little of anything. And you might say, well, why do you say we should retire Brittany and Marcelino? Cindy, I don't want to keep seeing this on my television screen. This is an episode of intervention. Send them to A&E. I don't know if y'all are sister companies, I don't know what y'all are, but she needs intervention. This show is not helping. So we did see the family that they're having dinner. So I don't know if they're getting ready to go back to Vegas or what, but God, please let them be going back to Vegas. Oh. Okay. Yeah, just nah, ain't for me. So we do see that Cindy and her dad actually had a conversation with each other. Again, I'm just gonna say it, please, you guys. Again, I like Brittany and Marcelino, and it's so strange because at first I didn't like Marcelino, but yeah, let's retire them, please and thank you. Let's move on. All right, you guys, next let's talk about Amber and Puppy. So Amber and Puppy, more specifically Amber, but I'm gonna sprinkle in Puppy in here. So Amber finally made it back to work. Well, finally made it to work. She was late, however, and she was talking to one of her coworkers about Puppy, and then she allegedly got surprised by Sammy, who pulled up on her. Girl, you knew he was pulling up on you, but whatever. Let's play along and pretend like you didn't know. So Sammy pulled up on her, and I mean, just looking at Amber, she's hella awkward. Like, you can't pay me money to believe that Amber is straight. She might be bisexual or even a lesbian, but straight, she ain't. That is not a straight woman. So Sammy got out the car, and Sammy, I'm like, okay, decent looking man, dingy looking teeth, but decent nonetheless. So Sammy professes his love to Amber. I'm like, Sammy, I'm gonna be honest with you, bruh. I think she's conning you just like she's conning Puppy. Like, I think she's conning both of you guys. And I've said it before, with Puppy, the con was, she needed somewhere to parole to. That was the con with Puppy. Honestly, when it comes down to Puppy and Amber, I don't really care about Amber at all. I care more about Puppy. And because when it comes down to Puppy, I really do like Puppy. I hope that watching this stuff back, that Puppy doesn't, revert back to the same Puppy that she was before she, got out of, the Puppy that she was that landed her back in jail. I hope Puppy stays on the straight and narrow. I just really hope, I wish and hope the best for Puppy. Amber, on the other hand, don't really care about her. One thing Amber was talking about with her coworker was that, Puppy wants to go to Vegas and she gets it, but she doesn't, like I said, when it comes to this Amber, Puppy, and Vincent situation, I feel like Amber knows more than what she's saying. Like, that's where I fall at. I think she knows a lot more than what she's putting on. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you guys think, but let's move on. Oh God, let's wrap the episode up with Michael and Sarah. First of all, this question needs to be answered. What the hell was that Michael was attempting to play on that piano? It sounded terrible. That piano was out of tune. I kept listening to him like, that piano doesn't sound like it's in tune. But okay, whatever. So Michael is talking to his mom about him and Sarah's relationship, how they're in this open marriage, which that is 100% true. You guys are 1,000% an open marriage. And he's talking about, Sarah knows that I'm dating other women and I know that she's dating other dudes. When did y'all come to that consensus? Because I don't remember seeing that. Y'all come to that consensus. Do you guys remember when I came to that consensus that they're going to see other people? Because I seriously don't remember them discussing that. But, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Just maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So then he also says he wants to fix his marriage with Sarah. How are you going to... Huh? That's a contradiction, dude. Do you know what a contradiction is? How do you want to fix your marriage with Sarah, but you and Sarah have this open marriage? Sarah knows that you dating other women, allegedly, and you know she's dating other dudes. How was that fixing and working on your marriage? Your mama said it best. Are you going to stop talking to other women? No, because I believe that he's still currently with old ass Maria. Michael and his forehead getting on my nerves. Michael thinks he is, he thinks he is like just the finest thing walking. He thinks that. So then his mom asked him, has he said on any other women? He says no. I'm like, you a damn lie. We all know that. Even your mama know that. With her two-toned hair. Like, lady, why do you have this? It's okay to wear, weaves and wigs and extensions, but girl, at least make sure that the shit matches your actual hair texture. Because your hair, we can see your real hair right here. We can see your real hair texture right here. And then we can see the weave that's silky. Your hair is not silky. Why would you put silky hair, unless you're going to get a full sew-in that would be silky? That's one thing, but you done put a pony. Yeah, never mind, shut up. So then we see Michael. So Michael is meeting up with some chick. I'm like, okay, at this point, any woman that's meeting up with Michael on television outside of old ass Maria and Megan, they're just looking for television time at this point. Like, that's all they want. Like the last chick that he met up with before the court date, all that chick wanted was some screen time. And this chick right here, all she wanted was some screen time as well. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. You cannot tell me any otherwise. So we see Sarah. So Sarah is going to go see Malcolm. And she calls Michael. Michael doesn't answer the phone, and he tells that girl just ignore it. I just got on old stupid Sean about his kids, but dude, you got kids under the age of 3. You got 2 kids that are under the age of, I don't know how old Avion is, but your kids ain't even in the double digits yet. So if the mother of your children or your kids are calling you, Why don't you answer the phone? Something could be wrong with your kids. Michael really gets on my damn nerves. I really cannot stand Michael. So Sarah meets up with Malcolm, and they talk. Malcolm tells her that his issue with her was the fact that Michael moved back into the house with her, which understandable, because he believes that she's still in love with Michael. Because she asked him that question, he says yes, and then he asks her, are they sleeping together? I don't know. Yeah, Malcolm, do yourself a favor. Do not ever get back with Sarah in any capacity, sexually, metaphysically, physically, any type of way. Don't get involved with Sarah. She is going to forever be for Michael. But that's the episode, you guys. Be sure to like this video. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. Also, you guys go over and subscribe to my Planet channel. And you guys stay safe out there. Please take care of yourselves. Remember to wear your mask, socially distance, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.